I'm the editor and publisher of Paranting, and here is an example, hopefully not faded out, of one of our magazines. And essentially, we are print first, which I'm sure for a media production company that might be a surprise to some people. But I personally strongly believe that print media has a very powerful role to play in some of the storytelling and conversations that we're going to be having at least over the next couple of years. And that's mainly come from, I think, the news cycle has been incredibly toxic for a lot of people during the pandemic. There has been misinformation spread online. There has been, for want of a better word, misinformation spread from government officials. I think we've seen in the recent days, which can make a lot of people very ill, anxious. But there has also been a lot of information mainly people not being able to digest information from different communities. So that could be the working class, that could be the disabled community, that could be the LGBTQ community. And what a lot of these I found had in common was that they were parents as well. So a lot of, parents took the brunt of COVID in terms of having to work, having to also give childcare at home. There was a lot of chat about schools, but there wasn't a lot of chat about preschoolers, if you were having a child. And, a lot of children missed out in their early year education. My son was one of them. There wasn't access to services, etc. So when I was actually talking to parents as my role as a journalist, a lot of the things that they were saying to me was, we're just not finding content that we can resonate with, content that, really speaks to us. And this was something I actually felt way before COVID when I had my son and I was trying to read magazines on trains to London. None of the content spoke to me. And so thus I launched Paranting. And I could go into loads of the different stories we've done. Mainly, we've focused on the Black community, the working class, disabled, LGBTQ, but we want to focus on marginalized voices that feel they don't get a voice in consumer media. But one of the main projects that me and my Kickstart trainees are working on at the moment is about telling the stories behind universal credit claimants. Because one of the things that we're finding is they're either demonized or they're dehumanized. And what I mean by dehumanized is, as a single parent myself, you get phrases like, you're such a superhero, I don't know how you do it. And that actually dehumanizes somebody, because basically what you're saying is you're all powerful, you're not human. And in actual fact, single parents are very human, and all we actually want is to go to sleep a lot of the time, because it is draining to work and to bring up children. And I'm disabled as well, so then also to function in a society that is not built for disabled people. So that is what we are working on in the background at the moment. We want to make it a digital project, so we can showcase how journalism, solutions journalism and graphic journalism can really tell stories and can really bring the human element of a story to the forefront. The whole thing about universal credit is we always try personally at Paranting to go away from the news agenda. So we want to take universal credit stories beyond the news agenda and really put the people in front, not the government and not the benefit themselves. So thank you.